Yeah, you know, no, I enjoyed it. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was a good film. Yeah, I really enjoyed the start, but the start was amazing, but the rest of the film didn't live up to the start, which is ironic, really, because all my criticisms are about the start. Can you work that one out?
No, I can't.
Yep. Okay. Right. Now, it started off as a car chase, yeah?
Yeah.
Bond was in his Aston Martin DB9. Yeah?
Right, okay.
Is
that
that
real?
a DB9? Yeah, that's a real car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know which model DB9 because there's a couple of different versions, but they're both fast.
Right.
And he was being pursued by the villains in the Alfa Romeo Twin Spark.
How long's this story going on for?
Not very long, but I believe that the Twin Spark is front-wheel drive. Actually, we haven't Googled that. I wanted us to Google that just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's front-wheel drive.
Right.
Anyway, never mind about all that. The Alfa Romeo Twin Spark had the villain in, right? It had the driver and it also had the gunman shooting Bond. Bond's in the DB9 all alone, and bear in mind that, you know, he is Bond, so he's going to be trained in
Pretty good.
in pursuit driving and getaway driving. And this Alfa Romeo Twin Spark was keeping up with the Aston Martin DB9. And I didn't think that was, you know, I really didn't think that would have happened in real life. Because the Aston Martin would have outrun it easy. Easy. When, obviously Bond got the better of him in the chase.
Yeah.
The Alfa Romeo went off the cliff.
Are we still talking about the bloody car chase?
Yeah, but we're nearly there, right? So bear in mind, they're still having a chase, and they're doing like 50 or 60 miles an hour, and then the Alfa Romeo went off the cliff, and all the wheels on the Alfa Romeo were stationary. Now they should have been spinning.
Surely once it's left ground, solid ground, the wheels would stop spinning, wouldn't they?
Well, if a car is travelling along at speed, and then it goes over a cliff...
Andy, were you sat watching this film with your binoculars?
The wheels are still
Were you sat there with your binoculars, just sort of looking out for the most minute detail?
No, I just noticed that. But you don't
I can't help but...
Hang on, you don't drive.
I can't help but realise that your comments are very much car-based.
Yeah, I suppose they were really, yeah. Yeah, but hang on a minute.
Okay, any other final points, please?
Yeah, final points. Yeah, no. Well, yeah, one. Suddenly they were at the party.
Yes, him and the ginger one.
Was she ginger?
Redhead. Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that was covered in oil? Yeah, she was alright. Yeah, I actually couldn't quite understand what her part was. Because she was there saying, oh, Bond, you must leave the country, I've got to...
Basically,
and I thought, if it's that important, they're not going to send her there, are they? Did you think that?
that's sexist.
It's not sexist, it's fact. Like, there she was.
What do you mean? They're not going to... What? Basically, they wanted to turn Bond around and get him out of the country, so why wouldn't they send her there?
Right, so Bond is...
The pretty little thing that she was.
Bond is a trained killer.
Right.
Yeah? A Bond...
And a womanizer,
Yeah.
And they
Not
send
only that,
and they send
a trained killer and a womanizer.
And they send a babe.
And they send
A babe to meet him at the airport.
They send a £150 woman, right, there.
What's that in English? It's
is it 10.5 stone?
yeah, whatever.
I don't know, we'll have to work it out. Right, and she was fit, yeah, and she goes there to tell him to leave the country. What's he going to do? Oh, yes, okay, I'm going to leave the country. No, he took her back to his apartment and had his wicked way with her, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he did.
She failed her assignment.
What was MI6 thinking when they sent her along?
They know what Bond is like.
They're looking at their list of agents, you know, should we send Trevor, Dave or Colin, or should we send that hot babe to meet him in the airport?
So they sent the babe to meet him, and he didn't do anything she said.
No, he didn't.
No. He ended up shagging her. smaller, nimble, more agile, and with guns. And not only
And to
that,
get to your point, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it? Yeah.
well, Bond ended up defeating the fighter craft, the fighter plane. Now that wouldn't have happened. Even with Bond, that wouldn't have happened. How can a cargo plane defeat a fighter plane with guns?
Is it because it's make believe?
Well, it obviously is, yeah.